Hello again, I'm Beatriz Fedeli, and in today's video we're going to be talking about masking fluid, also known as Frisket. What is it? Well, it is a thing that we put on the paper so that we can say the word of our papers. And I'm going to talk briefly about how to apply it, what is the tools, how you can do some borders, how you can use it to do intricate. So let's go ahead and get started. I wanted to make this video for a while. It's about masking fluid. It's also known as Frisket or liquid masking. It has many names. They have many brands. Basically what it is a latex that you apply on the paper so that we can save the white of the paper, which in watercolor, our whites are usually the white of the paper. When it dries, you can paint over it and then you can remove it, and therefore you see the white of the paper. Okay, let me show you, when I take it out of here, how it dries. See, it dries all gummy like this. So it is a little messy when you work with it, but it is worth it. Now I just take it out, and this is just garbage. Let me talk a little bit about what brushes to use and or when you're gonna apply it on the paper. Never use your good watercolor brushes because they're gonna ruin them. So I like to buy a pack of cheap brushes. I think there was a couple dollars for a bunch of them. And then let's just get one of these. And before dipping it straight onto the masking fluid, in order for my brushes to last longer, what I like to do is I like to have a little container with water. I put a little bit of liquid soap on it. Well, it's the foamy one, but that's okay. Let's move it around. So soapy water, doesn't have to be foamy water. This is the one that I have close by. Then I dip my brush into the soapy water, and this soapy water gives it a protection onto my, and now, yes, I'm ready to get some of this masking fluid onto my little container. And then with the masking fluid, say for example, like I said, I have a dandelion here. Can you imagine painting all around and leaving it up? Well, that will probably take too long. So, well, that will be a nightmare. So you apply your masking fluid. And an important thing is, need to make sure that it dries completely before painting on it. Okay, so I'm gonna put some of that, and before I go here and I don't have a place to raise my hand, I can go ahead and start putting some of these blow away seeds of the dandelion. Now, some people like to use it for everything, and it depends how you apply the masking fluid like that. I just got a big blob. Then you will get, I'm gonna leave it like that for teaching purposes so you can see it. If I didn't like it, I can wait for it to dry, remove it, and apply it again, reapply it. You can also do, say for example, you wanna do designs because you wanna make a car, or you wanna make I don't know, like some people like to do designs where you put some of this and then you put with calligraphy, a nice message, encouragement, and I'm going really fast, so probably not going to be straight. That's okay. This is just for demonstrations. Like I said, we're going to be painting the flowers in a minute. And let me show you the other one. Now, say for example, after you finish in your container that you got leftovers like I do. Well, you can just push it with your brush and save it for the next time. Now, in this case, I have everything that is here is gonna dry. So while it finishes drying, I get rinse my brush one more time, and after I have done that, my brush will be ready for the next time that I want to use masking fluid again. I like to always start the first one because it usually has a little bit of air, and then I'm ready to use it. Say for example that I want to put little circles here. I can do this without using my brush. And let's just finish it up by putting the lines one more time. Now, like I say, it is important that this will dry. So while this, let me go ahead and put the rest over here. So our masking fluid is dry. I think you can tell I did this with you guys, and I used for the other one that is a lighter color, so it seems like it's not that, but it's there. So now that it's dry, we are getting ready to paint a little bit so that I can show you what I mean when it says that it dries, so that it saves all our whites. So say for example, let's just use some of our blues. And now we go ahead and we start painting around here. So this is how I will paint. Let me go with this other one that I have water. It will be kind of like in the areas. Imagine that this is a sky, okay? Just use our imagination. And then this is the part where I paint. There is no frisket, right? Just apply my water, apply my color. Well, when it comes to the part where I have frisket, I do the same thing. It's only that this time I'm painting over the masking fluid. And see over here now, the ones that it looked like they were not there, they're there. Now they're starting to appear. And for things like this, where let's just stop here, where it's a lot of details, then this is great because then I can paint freely, dropping the colors, not having to go all around it little by little. That will actually drive me nuts. So this is a great way to skip that and still get good details and good, especially backgrounds like this. That is great for the backgrounds too. Let's just switch, like this is the ground and the ground where the sky mix. I'll go back to the blues. And now we have to let this dry. I'm trying to cover all don't leave no white spots. So the only white spots are the ones of our frisket. So actually, because of that, and I wanted to show even more, I'm going with a little bit darker colors. Okay, and also with darker colors here. Not that they are gonna touch, but okay. Enough of this. It's not a whole painting. The whole painting is gonna be the one with the flowers. Okay, let's this dry. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, let's just switch colors. Remember we were doing a little pattern here, like you can do for a car or things of that kind. So same concept applies. Say for example you go with your color, right? You see how all those lines start appearing. Say for example we did a border of purple and then we switch to magentas. There it goes. See, when I paint, especially these ones are a little more bumpy, sometimes it tries to repel. But what I will do is try to push with the tip of your brush and then it gets on it. So sometimes you just have to help it, if you will. All right, once again, we're gonna let this dry. And once it's dry, we will remove the frisket. One important thing before I forget, you will never use your hair dryer when you have frisket or masking fluid. because if you do, you get a bigger chance that the masking fluid will not be, that you will not be able to remove the masking fluid. So we need to let this dry naturally. It is pretty dry. See how you can tell, you know, when the masking fluid has color, you can tell what it is. But once you apply the paint, it also shows you the one that has less color. It also shows you where it's at. Now, how we do remove the masking fluid now? Two ways. They got these things. I know mine is a little bit yucky. You can actually cut with the scissors some of these things. See, you go like this. And you see how the white of the paper is showing now? And the masking fluid that we are removing is still here. And then you can just throw it out in the garbage. So this is a dandelion. I put the Frisket a little too thick here. That's one of the problems when you do Frisket, masking fluid or Frisket, it's the same thing, two different names. That you have to be very, very precise. I did it a little fast because it was just for a light demonstration. But if not, you can have this thing. Now I'm going between some of these, making it go, yes, but I'm gonna have to take my time and be very precise and be very careful, blah, blah, blah. So, but anyway, this is not about making a dandelion. This is about showing you how masking fluid works. And as you can see, it works beautifully. It's a very good thing to have because you save all the white of your papers, and especially for these little things, or for the one and the flowers I'm gonna show you. Another way that you can do this is by using your finger. You know, if it's a small area, you can remove this just by going over with your finger, and you see how easily it comes out because it is not hard. So you can just move it around. And then all these little things is the Frisket. You're just picking it up and grab them, and then we throw it onto the garbage. Now, and one thing when you go with your finger, because sometimes I know that I left some, okay? So let me move this out. If I go with my finger now, if it is all smooth, I can see, oh, I took it all out. I have a few places here which is not as smooth. It means that I had to rub a little bit more, make sure that all my masking fluid is gone. Then I'm just going to put all of this here in this paper, and the paper is going to go to the garbage. This is how masking fluid works. Again, three things to remember very important is don't use your good brushes. Use a bad brush, but put it with soapy water. Don't dry your paper when the masking fluid is there and with a hairdryer. And very important, don't leave your masking fluid for more. I want to leave it more than 1 day, if that. Oh, and also put a little bit of masking fluid in the paper that you're planning to use for your painting. Let it dry, remove it, and make sure that it comes out and it doesn't tear your paper. Some do, for depending on the quality of the paper, but also the quality of the masking fluid. But anyway, it's a very fun thing to do. I hope that you learned something new. Let me know if you have used them before and if you have a favorite brand of masking fluid. And then I'll see you in my next video.